Leo, what's going on, Leo? How you doing, Leo? I hope that this video finds you in good health and spirit. It's yours truly, Sabrina, and this is Rainbow Word Tarot. And I'm going to be giving you your general message for the last 2 weeks of April 2025. A quick message to the people that watch my video, that entertain my video, who like my video. Thank you so very much. Thank you to the subscribers. Thank you to the followers, to the new subscribers and followers. I really appreciate it and welcome aboard. So, just a little message about how this reading is about to go. We're gonna continue doing the Celtic cross, and I will be assisting with the pendulum. I will be clarifying with the mini Rider-Waite deck. So that being said, let's get into it, okay? So everybody, please know that this is gonna be just a general message. Please take what resonates with you and leave the rest here because it might resonate with someone else, okay? And this is going to be one more time for the last 2 weeks of April 2025, and it will be for the Leo. Okay, so 2 more times and we're going to fall off into it. Okay, let's see what y'all got going on. Pendulum, which one's going to go to the very top? Is it going to be this one? It will be this one. Okay, will this one be next? No. How about this one? Okay, so will this be the bottom? Okay. So it's going to be this one, and this one. Okay. Leo, you're first. Your current energy for the last 2 weeks of April 2025 will be the Nine of Pentacles, which is upside down, okay? So let's get more, because I'm picking up a lot of messages at one time, but we're going to break it down. You're working hard in a situation, right? But when I look at Pentacles, I see money. Not only do I see money, but I also pick up emotions, okay? So I feel like either you're working somewhere and you're putting your energy and you're putting your heart and soul into it, you're putting your foot into it, but you feel like the money is falling short. But because it's upside down, I do feel like that it was right at one time. It wasn't a 10 of Pentacle, but you know, I don't believe that. Usually when you're the 10 of Pentacle, that means like relationship, like family, money, but family. So I do believe that you are a single person. Maybe you do date around or whatever. You got friends, okay? But you're not committed to one person. So I like to think that this could be a working situation. And whatever it is, if it's a relationship situation or a working situation, you know what I mean? It ain't what it was before, okay? But whatever the situation is, that situation wants you to keep working hard. Okay, so the first card is your current energy. Second card, which is the Ten of Wands, that's what's opposing you. That's like working with you or opposing you. It could be both, right? But I do feel like it could be opposing you. You know what I mean? Like, only people that want you to work harder but like have to pay are people that are trying to take advantage. Okay? Maybe they feel like, you know, you can't go nowhere else, or no one wants you or wants to hire you or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So they feel like that they could twist your arm a little bit. And I do feel like that's what they're kind of doing to you. They're like twisting your arm, okay? So let's go ahead and take it into the third card. This is going to be in your mind. This is how you see. You feel trapped. You feel trapped and you can't get out. You know what I mean? So I do feel like, you know, maybe you do feel like, you know, that is going on. But see, one thing about it is, see, we need to turn this card upside down. You know why? Because don't nobody have you trapped, okay? You could only trap yourself, Leo, okay? So, let me tell you this. Oh, Lord, I'm over here. I have to give me a lighter wreath that's not going to fall apart, okay? So every time that comes around, falls off like that, that means I'm talking some real stuff, okay? So, what I was saying is I have to turn this card upside down, okay? Because can't nobody have you trapped, okay? You need to get that out your head. That ain't nobody else is gonna, hire you. That, you need to hold on to this, with your life. You could still work there and like put up with that shit and then be looking for something else on the side. You never stop looking. You always keep looking, okay? Always keep looking. Never stop looking, okay? And something's gonna come about. Sometimes, the universe wants you to go through these things, to build yourself up. You know what I mean? And not to just think that whatever you have currently is the only thing that's going to happen. You always want to keep looking forward to something better, okay? So the next card that you did get, this is your emotion from another dimension. Some people call it intuition, and it's going to be your 4th card, and this will be the Knight of Swords. Like, do not worry about it, okay? So not only you're telling yourself that, that you can find you something else, right? But your intuition from another dimension, your intuition's letting you know. So now know that you go back and forth. You have this coming in, but then you think something different. So that's why I'm here to tell you, you got to change your way of thinking and know that you are deserving of getting paid. Not only a certain amount of money, but you should be able to get raises. You know what I mean? Because what you do, whatever you bring to the table in this situation, you bring a lot to the table. So you should be compensated, for it. I hope I said that right. But anyway, let's keep it moving. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th card is going to be in your past position. So let's see what we got. It's the 2 of Cups. So I think you've had relationships that didn't really work out too good. And maybe, in your past, when you were a child, you didn't see like your mother and father get along too good. But if you had a parent that's a single parent, then maybe there was other people that were involved with them. Maybe a girlfriend, boyfriend, just depend what your parent was. Maybe you only had a single parent and they had like girlfriends, boyfriends, you know what I mean? And they fought. So it's a lot of things that we see, we witness, we feel as children will be the same things that we do when we get older. Why? Because, it's like programming. You see what I'm saying? So, it's like a cycle. And I do feel like, Leo, that you can bust that cycle. Believe me, if it's a cycle that's been going on in your time, it's been going on. It's called a generational curse. And you should be the one, Leo, to bust that generational curse, okay? So the next card that we did get is the 6th card. That is the Devil. That's going to be your current energy, okay? So I do feel like this is something that you always go back and forth with. The situation. It could be a job, energy with neighbors, friends, relationship. I see mostly relationships, okay? But you can have relationships with family, like as far as brother and sister, Sometimes our own family will get us. I do feel that here too, okay? So, you're going to have to learn how to just cut some people off. Like, you can still talk to people. Like, if you come from a very narcissistic family, you can move to another town and just talk to them in a long distance, okay? You don't have to have them, in your same hometown or same hometown or same city. It doesn't have to be like that. Get up out of there, okay? You could just deal with them from a distance, okay? So, the next card I did get, and it's going to be your emotion in this 3D reality, okay? And it will be your 7th card, that will be the Sun. So, yeah, you're not too happy with what's going on, okay? So, because if it was, like I said, you were happy at one time, but it's not anymore. Things change. When things change and it don't fit you anymore, Leo, it's time for you to go. Okay, so this is going to be the 8 card. This is going to be your environmental influence. That's going to be the Queen of Pentacles, okay? So, when I see this Queen of Pentacles in your environmental energy is because I think this is what you want. You know what I mean? You want to be the Queen of Pentacles, you know what I mean? But you don't want to have to depend on somebody for emotion, energy, or money. You want to be able to do that yourself, and that's what the Queen of Pentacles does. They stand alone, honey. But guess what? They're happy and their energy is up. You know what I mean? When your energy is up, money is no problem at that time because it just comes out of nowhere, okay? So just know, Leo, when you keep your energy up and you think positive about yourself and that you're worth it, your skill, whatever you bring to this situation is worth something, then something's going to fall your way all the time. You always walk with your head up, okay? Nose up in the air. You don't have to care about anybody feeling that you're snotty. You feel good about yourself, okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, the 9th card is going to be your hope and fear. So let's see what we got going on. It's a star, and I just feel like, you know, there is a lot of back and forth with you, but we're going to turn this right side up because you know you're the star. So these two last weeks of April, you have to teach yourself who you are. You got to stop the negative talk. Remember, we turned that 8 of swords upside down, honey, because now you know what you got to do these last 2 weeks, okay? The star will be turned right side up because I'm giving you another reminder. This is what you got to do. You got to know that you're that star and that you got to take care of yourself and put yourself first, because that's what the star does. And see, it's a single person. You know, you got to take care of yourself, okay? So the next card you did get is going to be the 10 card. It's going to be the final outcome. That's going to be the 3 of Wands. You know what I mean? It's a starting point. When I see the 3 of Wands, that's like a starting point. You're starting, but you are going to work at it. Because at the bottom of the very deck, you did get the 8 of Pentacles. That's someone that's working. You can't just wake up one day, go to sleep one night and wake up the next day and you're changed. That's something that you got to keep working on. You know what I mean? And by getting them negative thoughts out your mind, Leo, you need to train yourself. When you have negative thoughts, okay, you need to tell yourself, these are not my emotions. Your emotions need to go back from where you came from. Thoughts, whatever, okay? You need to tell yourself that. They need to come back and not return, okay? So let's go ahead and get clarifications for these cards here, and we're going to keep it pushing, okay, till next time. So let's go ahead and, one more time, and then we're looking at this devil right here, Lord. We're going to see what that devil is, so let's see. 1, 2. Universe, can I get more information about the devil card that's here? Oh, Lord, 2 came. Yeah, you need to free yourself from that situation, okay? You did get, excuse me, y'all. I did get the 9 of Wands. It is upside down. Right side up, that means you're a wounded warrior. You know what I mean? You're still suffering, but you need to let that go. So whatever this is coming back, whatever it is, who causes you this grief and all this other mess, when they come, you do not even need to be bothered with them, right? Because you need to remove yourself from there. That's what the 9 of Wands is you're not letting this person, this situation have no more power over you, okay? And you're moving forward because at the bottom of the deck, you did get the death card. People might get scared and say death means literally death. No, it don't. Now, if it's upside down, then that's what it means. But because it's right side up, it's a beginning of a new and the ending of an old thought frame situation, everything. So that's what I'm talking about. These 2 last weeks, Leo, this is about you reprogramming your mind and your emotions from thinking the way it was. You remember, you are the general curse breaker, okay? So let's go ahead and take it on to the star, because you know you're worth it. You know you got to get yourself together, okay? So universe, can we get more information about the star card? The star card, more information about the star card. Yeah. No more worry. No more worry. And you are the Empress, right? Because you are worth it. There goes another, person that's sitting by themselves, right? The Nine of Swords, upside down, no more worry. Why? Because you are the star. The star don't worry about nothing, okay? So there's a lot of programs that you got to be doing, okay? So let's go ahead and do one more card. What are you working on? The Eight of Pentacles. Universe, can I get more information about the Eight of Pentacles? More information about the Eight of Pentacles. Why are y'all giving me these two cards and I'm not going to be able to take them? I just need one. Just one card, universe. One card. Okay, let's make it easy for the people here, okay? Okay, thank you. So, yeah. You got to put it into that. You got to put it in to everything. You got to put it in. Now, some people think it's, you know, being stabbed in your back, but it could be the end. Like, it's done. You know what I mean? Like, when you start working on yourself, it is the end of, you know, letting your mind get the better good of you. You know what I mean? You need to control your mind. It's the end of it, okay? So at the bottom of the deck, and I did get, is the Knight of Swords. So yeah, you got to fight on, Leo. You got to fight on. And you got to fight on against the what? The manipulators. Okay? So that being said, I'm going to leave it here, Leo. I will be back a little before May for the first 2 weeks. So please join me. I will continue doing my best to be able to do 2 readings per each zodiac sign. I know I wasn't able to do y'all for the first 2 weeks of April. I've had a lot of stuff going on. But I was like, well, at least let me let them get one, okay? For the April, okay? So that being said, it was an honor doing y'all's message here. And when I do the next one, it'll be an honor. And once again, I'm Sabrina. This is Rainbow Warrior Tarot. May the universe be with you, Leo. And I'm going to catch y'all next time. Thank you. Bye.